On the streets of Compton, he had nothing but a dream. But that dream turned into beats that changed music forever. Andre Young, known to the world as Dr. Dre, was born in Compton, California, a place notorious for its unforgiving streets and relentless challenges. Growing up in the late 70s and early 80s, Dre was surrounded by the harsh realities of life in one of America's toughest neighborhoods. Graffiti stained the walls, the sound of sirens echoed through the night, and every day was a test of survival. For many, Compton was a place where potential faded into struggle, where hope felt distant and dreams were often dismissed as impossible. But Dre was different. Even as a young boy, he felt the pull of sound, the pulse of rhythm, the power of music. Amid the chaos, he found refuge in spinning records at his cousin's house, captivated by the way a beat could transform a room, how the right mix could lift even the heaviest spirits. Every scratch of vinyl, every thump of bass, was a step away from the violence outside and a step closer to something greater. In the mid-1980s, Dre's journey took a decisive turn. He joined forces with Ice Cube, Eazy-E, MC Ren, and DJ Yella to form NWA, a group that would forever change the face of hip-hop. Their music was raw, unapologetic, and honest. They spoke for a generation that had been silenced, telling stories that mainstream America was not ready to hear. Dre's signature production style, heavy, relentless, and innovative, became the backbone of NWA's sound, propelling tracks like Straight Outta Compton into the national spotlight. His beats captured the energy and anger of the streets, transforming pain into power. But with success came controversy. NWA faced censorship, criticism, and division. The group's message was too real for many to accept, and internal conflicts threatened to tear them apart. Dre, however, refused to be defined by obstacles. When he decided to leave NWA, skeptics predicted his downfall. They doubted he could thrive outside the shadow of the group that made him famous. What they didn't know was that Dre's vision extended far beyond what anyone imagined. He partnered with Suge Knight to co-found Death Row Records, ushering in a new era of West Coast hip-hop. At Death Row, Dre produced classics like The Chronic and helped launch the careers of legends such as Snoop Dogg and Tupac Shakur. His sound evolved, smoother, richer, yet always grounded in the reality of his roots. Dre proved that the struggle of Compton was not a limitation, but a launching pad for greatness. Success, however, brought new challenges. The music industry was ruthless, and Death Row's internal battles were fierce. Dre knew that to reach the next level, he had to take control of his destiny. So, he left Death Row, risking everything to start anew. He founded Aftermath Entertainment, betting on his own talent and vision. The world watched, waiting to see if he would rise or fall. With Aftermath, Dre took another bold leap. He signed a then-unknown rapper from Detroit named Eminem. Many questioned the decision, arguing that Eminem didn't fit the mold of mainstream hip-hop. Dre saw what others missed: raw talent, relentless drive, and the potential to disrupt the industry. Together, they created hits that dominated the charts and reshaped the genre. Dre's willingness to embrace change, to foster new voices, made Aftermath a powerhouse in the world of music. But Dre's journey didn't stop at music. He understood that influence could reach beyond sound waves. Teaming up with Jimmy Iovine, he co-founded Beats by Dre, a company that would revolutionize the way people experienced music. What began as a simple idea, a headphone brand grounded in quality and street credibility, grew into a global phenomenon. Beats by Dre became a symbol of excellence, embraced by artists, athletes, and fans alike. The company's success was so profound that Apple acquired it for over $3 billion, propelling Dre into the ranks of billionaire moguls. Through it all, Dre remained true to his roots. The lessons of Compton, the grit, the resilience, the refusal to give up, shaped every move he made. He turned struggle into sound, pain into power, and adversity into achievement. For Dre, music was never just entertainment. It was a lifeline, a way to uplift, inspire, and give voice to the voiceless. Today, Dr. Dre is more than a legendary producer. He is a cultural icon, a pioneer whose influence stretches across generations. His beats have powered stadiums, shaped revolutions, and given countless artists their start. But perhaps most importantly, Dre's story is a testament to the power of perseverance. He showed the world that where you start does not determine where you end up. Your choices, your passion, and your determination do. If he could turn struggle into sound, maybe you can turn your struggle into success. The ascent of Dr. Dre is marked by dramatic transitions, from the graffiti-laced avenues of Compton to the global stages of music, from the raw rebellion of NWA to the polished perfection of Beats by Dre, from the fight for survival to the triumph of billionaire status. Every chapter in his journey reveals how setbacks can become stepping stones, how dreams can weather any storm, and how vision can reshape reality. So, as you listen to this story, remember, inspiration is everywhere, even in the most unlikely places. Dre's legacy is proof that your circumstances do not define you. What matters is what you do with what you have. The courage to dream, the drive to create, and the will to rise. If you believe stories can inspire change, stay with us. You don't want to miss this journey. And if you enjoyed Dr. Dre's rise, imagine the next story. Subscribe for more journeys from the streets to success.